What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're enjoying your Thursday early afternoon. This is NYG Jeffy T85 here, and I'm going to talk about a player that deserves to be considered for a long-term deal. And I think a lot of Giants fans will agree on this one. Obviously, when it comes to the New York Giants offseason, a lot of it is going to have to do with Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley. They're going to be at the top of the list when it comes to the New York Giants, and in terms of what they're going to give these guys going into the 2023 offseason. How much money they're going to command, how much money they're going to warrant, and at the same time you have other guys on the team that are more pressing needs as well you want to try to keep and re-sign in-house. But I'm going to talk about a player that has become a big-time fixture on the middle of that defense that deserves to be signed to a long-term deal. One of the top priorities, in my opinion, this offseason. And that, of course, is defensive tackle. Fourth year, going into his fifth year now, out of Clemson. The 25-year-old Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence, the former number one pick back in 2019 by the New York Giants when they acquired that pick during a trade a couple of years ago. I believe it was Jason Pierre-Paul trade. Dexter Lawrence started off to get off to a little bit of a slow start with the team, a little bit out of position mainly. He was a guy that pretty much, was positioned more as a defensive end instead of / a defensive nose tackle, where he was better positioned overall. I mean, he is 6'4", 342 pounds, throwing him outside at the defensive end position. He was probably much better suited in the position he was in right now. He just needed the right defensive scheme and system to put him in the best spot. I mean, he's been a guy that's played in 4 seasons, and he's missed literally no games. And the only game he's missed is because the coaching staff sat him out to keep him ready for the playoffs. Dexter Lawrence has actually gotten better as throughout his seasons as he's gone forward. Every single year, his combined tackles have gone up. His sacks have now gone up. His pass defenses have gone up. His forced fumbles have gone up. Dexter Lawrence was terrific this year. In fact, Dexter Lawrence in 2022 had a career best 7.5 sacks. He had 68 combined tackles with 25 solo for a defensive tackle. That's really good. Started all 16 games. Would have been 17. Like I said, if he didn't sit out. He had 35 tackles, 33 assisted. He also had 3 passes defended and 2 forced fumbles, leading his way to a Pro Bowl selection and a second-team All-Pro for the New York Giants this year. Dexter Lawrence, in my opinion, deserves to be part of the New York Giants' future going forward. And the defensive tackle position has been a position the Giants have not paid money to for the new overall. The Giants have not paid their top players at the defensive tackle position. We've had a lot of good ones. From Linval Joseph to Jonathan Hankins to Damon Snacks Harrison to Dalvin Tomlinson. We've had a lot of good defensive tackles over the years. And every single one of them have been pretty much pushed to the wayside. This time, the Giants have got to do what's right, and they got to try to keep Dexter Lawrence long term, especially after the season he had. Now you're looking at the highest defensive tackles and how they're getting paid per year. Well, just looking at the highest defensive tackles and what it might cost for a guy like Dexter Lawrence. The highest paid defensive tackle right now is Aaron Donald, who has a total value of $95 million overall with an average salary of just under $32 million. He has a fully guaranteed contract of $46,500,000 overall. And he's going on pretty much a multi-year deal. I believe he signed a 3-year deal. So, putting that together on a $95 million deal, 3 years, that's about $32 million a year. And then you look at a guy like DeForest Buckner, who I believe signed about a 3-year, $63 million deal total, with $45 million guaranteed. or $84 million. That's DeForest Buckner. He signed, I believe, a 4-year, $84 million total deal with the Colts. 29 years old. 4 years, annual average, 21 mil. Leonard Williams also signed a 3-year deal, 21 million. Is that what Dexter Lawrence is going to be commanding? Chris Jones, 20 million a year, 80 million total overall. Kenny Clark, 70 million, 17.5 million a year. Vita Vea, 28 years old, 71 million total, 7,750,000. I think Dexter Lawrence would command at least around a four-year. Lowest I'd probably say is like 18 million. Highest probably around 20. So like around the $18 million range is where I think that Dexter Lawrence is going to command a deal overall in the middle of that defensive line, which I think is absolutely warranted. And now you look at the Giants' available cap space that they have right now. Currently projected, without the TV revenue money coming in, without cuts, without restructures, right now the New York Giants are sitting at a $54 million cap space at the moment. That's with free agents coming off the books. That's with dead cap coming off the books from last year. Giants right now sit at about $54,247,461 in cap space. Now you look at the highest total salaries going into 2023 overall. And you look at guys like Leonard Williams, who is right now the highest big paid cap hit. He would be a $32,260,000 cap hit overall, which is 14.24% of the cap for the New York Giants. He's got a base salary right now of $18 million. And remember, the Giants restructured his money. They restructured his bonus and carried it over to 2023 with a $6,760,000 restructure this past season. Kenny Golladay right now has got a base salary of $13,250,000 with a signing bonus of $3,400,000 and a roster bonus of $4,500,000. Leonard Williams is a $7,500,000 balance. And he's got a dead cap of $20 million. Kenny Galladay's dead cap would be $14,700 million with a cap hit of $21,400,000, which is 9.45 of the cap hit. I believe if we released Kenny Golladay, we'd save about $14 million. I think around like 10, 12 million, I believe, if we release him. I think it's like a post-June cut. We'd actually save a little bit more. And then you even look at a guy like Adoree Jackson. $11 million base salary. He also had his money carried over. $2,988,333 restructured bonus that was moved from 2022 to 2023. And he has a dead cap right now of $10,476,674. He has a club option of $19,076,563. I believe that's 2024, that club option. So the New York Giants right now have to try to find a way to sign Dexter Lawrence. In my opinion, Jones and Barkley are the top two. Julian Love is up there as a priority as well. But Dexter Lawrence needs to be extended. 4 years, would you do it for about 18 to 20 million a year? So would you do about 4 years, about 76 to 80 million dollar deal for Dexter Lawrence? Leonard Williams' number is going to have to come down. I believe that Leonard Williams is willing to take a cap, willing to take a salary cap hit. So we won't have a salary cut in order to stay with the Giants next year. Would you sign that for Dexter Lawrence? In my opinion, I would. He's one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL this year. I absolutely would try to sign him to that type of deal this offseason. I'm going to be bringing you a whole lot of, cap stuff going forward in free agency. This is one of the first ones, so just be prepared. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on forward with the free agency with the New York Giants. And in my opinion on this one, Dexter Lawrence has got to be signed to an extension. And for me, it would be nothing short of a 4-year, $76 to $80 million deal, which I think is appropriate for the type of player that Dexter Lawrence is. Let me know in the comment section if you guys agree with that. and how much more cap space we'd have to get available in order to sign Dexter Lawrence to that type of deal. But let me know in the comment section, everyone, what you guys think and how much it would take to try to bring in a Dexter Lawrence and re-sign him to a long-term deal. So guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news, updates, chatter around the New York Giants. Turn on the bell for notifications of the next video or short dropping on the channel surrounding the New York Giants. And you guys let me know in the comment section what you guys would think will take to re-sign Dexter Lawrence to a long-term deal and what you would be willing to give Dex in terms of a long-term commitment for him after his play this past season. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Take it easy and let's go, New York Football Giants. Just because the season's over doesn't mean that New York Giants content won't start flowing. Offseason, trades, free agency, draft prospects, draft evaluations, etc. all will be coming on the channel. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Take it easy and let's go, New York Football Giants. Together Blue, everyone.